Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi. In this video we're going to take a look at the Apollo action figure from Majestic Studios, released in 2005. In front of me you can see here a boxed version of the Majestic Studios figure. This is one that was actually signed by Richard Hatch for me. I got this about 10 years ago I reckon, so it's probably about the same time that they were released. So let's take a closer look at the box. On the front of the box obviously you've got quite a nice picture of Apollo there from Battlestar Galactica. It gives you a little bit of information. It says that this is a limited edition collectible figure. I'm not quite sure how many of these were released, but they still seem to be fairly common, so not particularly the hardest thing to get. And if we look on the side, you can see there's a picture of the actual figure itself, and then on the back a little bit more information about Battlestar Galactica, the TV show. Then of course you can open the box, and this has got a nice Velcro front cover, and you can there see the figure on the right, and a little bit of information about Richard Hatch himself and his what does he say? He wholeheartedly supports the release of this wonderful product to the fans. So there we go, it's not bad, and you can actually have a look at the figure. I think initially I say that's not a particularly good likeness of Richard Hatch, but we'll see once we get this out of the box. We'll see what it looks like. You can see it comes with quite a few things. You've got the helmet there, a gun, a little sort of sensor, and a stand, and the figure itself. So let's open this up, we'll get the figure out, and we'll see what he looks like in the flesh. And so here we have Apollo out of the box. This is the first time I've actually ever taken this guy out of the box, so I think he just went on a shelf when I first got him, as I didn't think he looked that great. But actually taking him out of the box, you can see some of the details that they've added to it. The costume is really nice. There's quite a lot going on in the costume. They put quite a lot of effort into it. Some bits are better than others, but overall it's for the scale it is really nice. All the little detailing here on the little buckles that you have on the jacket, and all the sort of extra bits of sewing that have been added on, and these shoulder pads and everything look really nice. Under the jacket we've got his shirt, which does have the right sort of braiding on it, and even the trousers have quite a lot of detailing underneath. As you can see, there's belts and stuff and all sorts going on there, even a little holster on his leg there. It does look pretty nice. I think the big letdown is actually the face sculpt, which in my mind doesn't look an awful lot like Richard Hatch. It's pretty poor. It's roughly there, but not particularly good. Also, the head seems to be spring loaded, so actually posing him in anything other than looking forwards, one side I can get it there, the other side it seems to be spring loaded, but that's a sort of a strange glitch there. Also comes with a helmet. The helmet does look quite good, although again doesn't sit particularly well on his head. It just sort of floats around, so a little bit of a problem there. The guy comes with a couple of accessories. You have his little calculator sort of computer thing, which is supposed to fit in his right hand, which it does, but it's very, very loose and falls out. It does actually come with another little clip on the back of it, so I guess with a bit of fiddling I could probably clip that on his belt somewhere, but again that's quite fiddly. Also comes with a blaster which fits reasonably well in his right hand. It's quite a tight squeeze. The blaster is sculpted pretty nicely, lots of detailing on it. It's just a bit of a hard squeeze to get in his hand. You do feel like you're going to break the fingers off, because the hands are made of quite a sort of firm plastic. It also comes with a stand, so if I just move my camera down a bit, so you can see this comes with the same stand that the side-ons came with, and this is a real necessity because of the way this guy is sculpted. There's no ankle joints. The boots are one solid item, so actually getting him to stand without the aid of the stand is pretty hard going, so that's good that it comes with it. And it sort of hides quite nicely up his jacket. If I show you like this, I guess I could have clipped this around the jacket, but you'd end up with little metal bits around the front, so I decided to stick it under the jacket. As you can see here, it's just a sort of metal stand. If we take a closer look at his belt, you can see that I've actually managed to get the little computer thing attached on there. And the little grenades here, little fact for you, these were actually made out of marker pens in the original series. I do actually have a couple in my collection sprayed gold, and they are exactly the same as you see here. As you can see, the gun as well also fits in the holster quite nicely, so that's quite good there. Overall, I think this is quite a good figure. It's got enough detailing on it to make it sort of, well, it does look like a colonial warrior. There are a few sort of little letdowns on it. I do think the face isn't particularly good. I think this colonial insignia on the side is just a bit cheap. It's a sort of little transfer almost stuck on. It would have been nicer if that was actually made out of fabric like they were originally, but it does the job. So there's just a few little niggles really here that let something that could have been excellent down a little bit. As with the Cylon figures that I previously reviewed, I do think these figures are pretty nice. I could put a lot of effort into getting all the detail in. It's just let down by a few sort of little areas. I think the fact that the limited articulation means that things like the boots you can't move, and the way the hands are made of a really solid sort of plastic. Even just putting the gun into this guy's hand has marked the plastic because it's such hard work getting things in, and the black paint on the gun has rubbed off. So it's just a few little things let it down. These are still relatively easy to get hold of. I don't think many people collected them, and they go for, you know, 30 to 40 pounds, maybe a bit more, you know, depending on the day. I think people really want the Cylons more than these Colonial Warriors. The sculpt of his head isn't particularly good. I did have a quick look online to have a look at the Starbuck one. I don't think the Starbuck one is much better. They've done a reasonable job of making it look like Apollo, but not really good enough considering, you know, what they can do. Overall though, quite nice figures, and if you've got a few of them on display, they do look pretty nice. I'm actually going to put this one back in the box because the box is designed in such a way that you can easily remove and then put them back in, because I think it will look better in the box, and my box is signed, so that's always good for my collection. Anyway, I hope that's been of interest, and thanks for watching.